stand that Dragon will be lifted onto and set into. We also heard some comms that the crew is in good spirits, watching some entertainment while they wait to be lifted onto Ghost Searcher and for hatch opening so that they can egress the vehicle.
Yeah, they've been busy doing a lot of work for a lot of great causes. So now that they're back on land, we want to give them a very smooth experience. They can just sit back, relax. We'll take care of everything else. We can see that the gap between the Ghost Searcher boat and Dragon is starting to close. We are expecting to hoist Dragon out of the water and again put it on that nest that you see on the bottom middle of your screen in a few minutes here.
And weather has been just great for us today, actually through this whole mission. This is such a unique mission where we did have to ensure that weather upon liftoff as well as return would be well. And not just the weather in the atmosphere, but the water where we are landing. And you can see on your screen that it's very calm. This makes it really a lot easier for the crew to perform the recovery operations. Just great weather all around for this mission.
So we just saw the crew tossing a line to the other member of the recovery crew on the Dragon capsule itself. And so this last bit of distance, we want to make sure that it is nice and controlled for the Dragon vehicle to come on in and make its way up the recovery vessel.
And for safety purposes, the crew does remain strapped into their seats throughout this entire process as they are going to be lifted onto the boat. And again, they will have the first person to check on them when the hatch opens will be a medical officer to ensure that they are safe and healthy before they start egressing the vehicle. And that'll be when they will be allowed to get out of their seats. We've got a crew member on the Dragon capsule at the moment. And again, they are helping with the rigging and hoisting process to lift that Dragon capsule onto the recovery vessel. And again, they have done several hours of training for this particular role. So they are professionals.
Dragon, brace for capsule lift.
You heard some comms. They are getting ready to lift the Dragon capsule. You saw the last recovery crew member hop off of the Dragon capsule into the water and onto the fast boat there as they clear the way for lifting the Dragon capsule.
And here comes Dragon out of the water.
Incredible. Dragon is being lifted onto the recovery vessel into the Dragon nest. That is what you see them setting the vehicle down on right there.
You can see at the very bottom of Dragon some water coming out. Again, that's the ballast system that helps keep Dragon upright in the seawater or in the ocean. So it's functioning as designed, and Dragon is now on the recovery vessel.
Dragon's almost a little bit of a mix of a rocket, spacecraft, and a little bit of a boat.
It does everything you need it to.
Yeah, exactly.
Dragon, welcome aboard the recovery vessel. Recovery personnel are completing final checks. Stand by for translation to egress platform in approximately 1 minute.
Copy. Thanks. Good to be aboard.
I see some fist pumps from Dr. Cyan as aboard the Dragon capsule right now. Next event coming up after the team does some safety checks is opening the side hatch. That's going to be very, very exciting. We're going to see the crew for the first time, and they're going to see Earth for the first time since 3 days ago.
Well, they've seen Earth.
They've seen Earth.
But from space.
Yes.
They'll see Earth from Earth now.
They'll become Earthlings again.
And what you heard was some comms, just letting the crew know that they will be translating the Dragon on the nest and reorienting it into a position on Ghost Searcher so that it is in a good, stable position for them to open the hatch.
So while Dragon's top hatch houses the cupola, the astronauts will egress from Dragon's side hatch. That's what you see in the center of your screen, pending capsule orientation from the water. So before opening the hatch, the spacecraft has to equalize the cabin pressure with the outside environment. Once the hatch is open, that will be Jared, Haley, Cyan, and Chris's first breath of fresh Earth air since boarding Falcon 9 at the start of their mission on September 15th.
If you're just now joining us, you are watching the Inspiration4 mission. The Inspiration4 crew is back home on Earth. We have lifted Dragon with the crew onto the recovery vessel, and currently in a minute or so, they should be translating the vehicle into a position where they can open the side hatch and then perform the next steps for egressing, which will include a medical officer checking on them prior to that egress.
Yeah, and on the right-hand side of your screen, that's a live shot inside the capsule.
Dragon, translation imminent.
There it is. They are translating the vehicle to just under the helicopter pad on the vessel. Looks like they're starting to wash it down, get it clean, prepared for that hatch opening.
Yeah, this is essentially an egress or a platform for the crew members to exit. Dragon is quite large, and the side hatch is quite a bit a ways up, and so we want to make sure that when we open the side hatch, they can just comfortably get out.
And what they have there is a ladder as they prep for hatch opening. There's a few things that they do have to do here for preparation before they open up that side hatch.
Yeah, things are moving quite quickly. We splashed down about 40 minutes ago, and now Dragon is on the main recovery vessel on the right-hand side of the screen. That is, again, a live view inside of the capsule. You can't see their faces, but on the left-hand side of that shot, that's Jared Isaacman, the mission commander. To his right is Dr. Cyan Proctor, the mission pilot. To Dr. Cyan's right is Chris Zembrowski, the mission specialist, and to Jared Isaacman's left is Haley Arsenault, the medical officer of the mission. And I'm sure they're all excited to come back to Earth and probably still enjoying some in-flight entertainment, as Jared called it.
Yeah, what a crew for this mission. Just such incredible individuals, raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, doing science experiments while out in orbit, let alone just being the first all-civilian crew to go to orbit. It's just been so inspirational, and I can't wait to see orbit with the Inspiration4 crew back home on Earth, getting ready to egress the Dragon vehicle here shortly.
More exciting fist bumps. This is such a great shot.
How incredible. Some hearts. Love it.
Again, that was the crew members of Inspiration4, as excited as ever. They are back on Earth on the recovery vessel, just waiting to exit the Dragon spacecraft. Some fist bumps going around.
Again, as the crew does begin their egress, they will have a team that does help them as they egress or exit the vehicle. As they have been out in microgravity for the last 3 days, they have not felt the gravity of their own body in 3 days. So this is very standard procedure to have some support and help as they egress the vehicle. Right now, it looks like they are removing the footrests at the bottom of their seats. This will give them some space as they exit.
Yeah, that is a good thing to note that when we land, we also recline the seats back down to make it a little bit easier for the astronauts and crew members to exit the vehicle.
And it looks like we have our first crew member, Haley Arsenault, egressing the vehicle. She was sitting in seat 1 to the left. She looks very excited, even if we're just looking at the backside of her SpaceX spacesuit helmet. And there she is. Medical Officer Haley Arsenault has now egressed the vehicle, the first of the Inspiration4 crew, and so very excited. Lots of waves, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Getting a little photo up. And it looks like up next is Dr. Cyan Proctor.
Yeah, this is very exciting for the crew to be exiting the capsule and finishing their Inspiration4 mission, a mission that's done so much for folks around the world.
Yes, absolutely inspiring all the way around. Just an incredible mission with an incredible crew.
And here comes Dr. Cyan Proctor.
There she is, excited as ever.
Big
Dr.
waves.
Cyan Proctor. Oh, I love it. Love it.
Just strutting on down.
I know, no problem at all. Looks like Mission Specialist Chris Sembrowski is up next to egress the vehicle. Looks like some dancing there. Again, there is crew there to help them egress to make sure that they do not damage their suits or themselves on their way out.
And that is Chris Sembrowski, again, the mission specialist. Again, with a smile all over his face, super excited, ready to go.
Yeah, there we go. Last but not least, we have Commander Jared Isaacman getting ready to egress the vehicle as well. The final fourth Inspiration4 crew member of the first all-civilian crew mission to orbit.
And what a way to close it out. He was really the person with the vision.
There he is. Commander Jared Isaacman of the Inspiration4 crew. So excited.
Handshakes and hugs all around.
Amazing. Now they will be doing a standard procedure, going into the medical room on the recovery vessel and doing some medical checks to make sure that the crew is safe and healthy. And then they will hop on a helicopter and head back to Florida.
Yeah, well, now that Jared, Haley, Cyan, and Chris are safely back home on Earth, and getting checked out by our medical team, we're going to wrap up our live coverage of their historic return. We started this day about 2 hours ago. We had successful trunk separation. We completed a deorbit burn, closed the nose cone. We got through that blackout period of communications. Both sets of chutes deployed, awesome, and the crew splashed down. We hoisted them up, and they have just exited the vehicle.
Next up, they will catch a helicopter ride back to shore where they will be rejoined by their families. So welcome back to the Inspiration4 crew. It has been an honor and a privilege to share their journey with all of you as we continue this new era in human spaceflight.
Yes, for updates, check out our social media. Also, be sure to donate to St. Jude. There's a donation button if you're watching on YouTube on the right-hand side of your screen. The Netflix documentary is coming out with its 5th and final episode here shortly as well, and that will conclude liftoff and splashdown return of the Inspiration4 mission. Again, thank you to everyone that has joined us so far, and thank you everyone for following along. We'll see you next time.